Hi folks, Derek here from Christmas Dreams on this wet, rainy afternoon in Sydney, Australia, playing with LEDs. Now what I've got set up over here is the food and drink stall which I took a photo of yesterday, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like with all the technology around it. So let's start off by going to the fact that I've got in this corner a USB power supply for an iPhone, and as usual I've put in my multimeter at the top there reading the current and voltage. Then you've got the food and drink stall with the LED and a couple of non-lighted skate rental stalls. So I'll show you first of all how we can just put the lights. It's very simple. So I've made up a cable over here, USB at one end, one single LED at the other end, and it's a question of plugging it in over here and taking the skate rental. It's got glue at the back, so just a question of pressing it, and now you've got a lighted stall. Of course you would normally run the wire through the back instead of in the front as I've just shown over here, but it's really that simple. That's all it is. Run the wire, and then if you want to take it out, like I said, it's got glue. Put it onto another one over here. It doesn't matter, it's that simple. Okay, so now we need to take that off. And there was a question that Sabine asked as to how do you use the USB cable? Well, this is the USB cable as you get it over here, the one that I'm talking about. Okay, so this end is the USB, plugs into any phone charger or anything like that. And this end is the 5.1 millimeter. Sometimes I've seen it written down as 5.5 millimeter, but I've never really measured it. But that's a barrel jack, which is a standard that fits into a Limax socket. Now this stall over here, I ran the wires to the back, and it's the same arrangement. And all I've done is run the wires to this plug at the back over there, and it's just a question of plugging it in. Now you could put a switch in line, you could run that wire. I've run it through the shop underneath, but you could run it out the back there somewhere up here, make a little hole, and you would have a lighted item. The idea is that it's very simple, very cheap, and very quick. Now you can buy these too. They're extensions for your USB. They come with a switch, which is very handy, so you can turn things on and off without having to go to the plug. And there's nothing over here, folks, that is considered high technology. Nothing expensive. Here's the phone jack again, something like that you could buy for $3 to $5 from China, or maybe locally for $8 to $10 depending. Here's a different version of it with two outputs, and they put out quite a good voltage of current. I mean, this one here, the top is rated at 2.1 amps and the bottom is rated at 1 amp. So that's not 3.1 together, but 2.1 is the maximum if you were to use it. Now these Apple ones are probably worth about an amp. So, and this is what the cable looks like again, all unraveled up. And comes with a switch. So very simple technology, and the applications are endless in our hobby. And there's nothing difficult about them. So if you need to know more, I'll be happy to answer your questions. Post them on the Facebook page, and we can start a discussion on them. Thanks for your attention, folks. Derek, over and out.